This is the fifth section of chapter 13 on integration, and this section is area under curves. So we can use the definite integrals, which we looked at in the last section, to allow us to calculate the area under a curve. Now let's say I wanted to calculate this highlighted area that's highlighted in purple here under this curve between these two values of x. One value of x I'm going to call b, and the other value of x I'm going to call a. And let's call the equation of this curve f of x. Well, that area is given by this definite integral, which we know how to do. So if we know the equation of the curve and we know the value of these two values of x, then the upper value of x becomes the upper limit, the lower value of x becomes the lower limit, and the equation of the curve is the thing that we need to integrate, and that will give us this area under this curve here. Now in pure year 2 you'll discover a bit more why using integration gives us this area here, but basically it's to do with dividing this area up into strips and making the strips very, very thin and seeing what the limit is as the width of the strip tends to 0. Example 9. Find the area of the finite region between the curve with equation y equals 20 minus x squared and the x-axis. So this is going to require integration, but the first thing we need to know is where does this graph cross the y-axis. So we need to factorize it and find out what its roots are. So we've got y equals 20 minus x squared. So if we're going to factorize that like this, because it's got this negative x at the end, we'll put the x at the end of the brackets like this. And because I've got 20 here and I want two numbers that have got a difference of 1, basically I'm going to have 5 and 4. I just need to decide where I'm going to put my minus sign. Now I want negative x squared, so only one of these is going to be negative, and I want negative 1. So if I put the negative here, that will give me the negative 5x, and then this will give me the plus 4, which I'm looking for. Okay, so the roots where this graph crosses the axis, the x-axis, are going to be x equals negative 5 and x equals 4. Now we don't need a sketch, but I'm just going to draw one so that we can sort of see what's going on. Now this is a n-shaped quadratic because the coefficient of x squared is negative, so it's going to be going this way up, and I know where it's going to cross, so let's put those values in. 4 here, negative 5 here, and we'll just sketch this in like this. And so the area we're trying to find is this area here. That's between the x-axis and the curve. So the area under the curve. So under the curve, above the x-axis. Right, so these are now the limits that we have. So the area here is going to be given by integrating between, now the upper limit's got to be the higher x value, the one furthest to the right, 4, and so negative 5 is the lower x value, and we want to integrate 20 minus x squared dx. So now the next bit goes into square brackets, so 20, that will become 20x, minus x, add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, and then the x cubed, or the x squared, add 1 to the power, divide by the new power, and the limits of 4 and negative 5. Now we don't need to tidy this up because we're going to be substituting in anyway, but I just like to do that. So 20x minus a half x squared minus 1/3 x cubed with the limits of 4 and negative 5. So now comes the substitution. Let's do it down here. That will be 20 times by 4 minus half times by 4 squared minus a third times by 4 cubed minus the same thing we substitute in -5. So 4 times by -5 minus a half times by -5 squared minus a third times by -5 cubed. So let's see what that gives us. So the first bracket, when we substituted in the 4, gives us 152 over 3. And the second bracket actually gives us a negative, so it's minus 425 over 6. And then we can just work out what that gives us. And we get exactly 243 over 2. So that's that area. Now, always leave your answer exact unless the question says give your answer to a certain number of decimal places. So we've calculated what this area is above the x-axis and below the curve. So you should now be able to do exercise 13E on pages 299 to 300.